Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company, Watches and Wonders 2026. We're at Cartier. Cartier has an incredible range of new watches for men and for women, including one big by request comeback. So we're going to start with that. The return of the Cartier Roadster, originally launched in 2002. It became a cult watch in the years since it was discontinued, a timepiece that channels automotive imagery and style with a versatile sports watch package, steel, automatic, loomed, 100 meters water resistant, and now we have two different sizes of this watch. So you can see right here in steel and right here also in steel. We've got the standard watch, which is approximately 38 millimeters across, and then we've got the smaller watch, which is just over 34 millimeters across. So 38 versus 34.9, and the watches are both mechanically powered, both 100 meters water resistant. So here we have caliber 1899 automatic winding with a 39-hour power reserve, and then in here we have 1847 MC, which gives a slightly longer power reserve of 40 hours. Now the interesting thing is one of the original signatures of the Roadster model: push the button, release the strap, swap the strap. And Cartier is going to be rolling out a broad array of bracelets and straps for both sizes of this watch. Now we're going to also focus on the fact that we have some choices among the revived Roadsters. So taking a quick look, you already saw steel, now you see steel gold, and now you see full gold. So depending on how rich a Roadster you want, you can go all the way from, let's say, XKE 1966 to Duesenberg SJ 1936. There is a Roadster for every budget. Now moving on to something that is in some ways familiar and in some ways a little bit different. This is a smaller version of the Santos chronograph. So the dimensions here, you can see it's the only Cartier chronograph that has two pushers. So it's a little bit different from the preceding model. Now 47 millimeters lug to lug and 40 across. It uses a variation on the Cartier MC 1904 automatic with chronograph complication to deliver a 40 millimeter case size. So this is now a more versatile version of the Santos chronograph, a better fit on smaller wrists, but also for those who just like a more classical two-pusher chronograph style. Now it features everything you remember from the original, including quick switch and smart links, so you still get all of those original features, and you get a longish power reserve automatically wound of 47 hours. Now the nice thing here is that if you do buy one of these quick switch watches, you will get an accessory strap. So you do get accessories with the watch and you're ready to start swapping right out of the box. So you don't need to buy anything extra. Taking a quick look now at something that is going to be limited in production, though not precisely by number. This is an Art Deco inspired version of the Tank Normale. You could see the distinctive ruby cabochon, and I don't know if the case gives away the game, but this one's platinum. A very special watch. It's approximately 24 by 44 millimeters, but really sets it apart is not necessarily the platinum, though that is grand. It's the fact that we have this dial, which combines both galvanic metallization and shaded lacquer in a lovely rectilinear Art Deco inspired form. Now, of course, very similar to the Centre, the Tank Normale is the one that's tall and narrow. And as you can see, it's a very thin watch. It's only 8.6 millimeters. Nevertheless, it also has an automatic winding movement and a 39-hour power reserve. So if you want something fine that is also a watch with a heartbeat, Cartier has you covered. Again, it's going to be limited in production, though not by specific number. Another feature I want to shout out is that Louis Cartier's long-running clasp has actually got a bit of an upgrade, easier to do without gloves, but you can see it's now a trigger release system. So if you remember the 1909 original, it was the first folding clasp ever created for a wristwatch. It was always a snapshot friction fit, and particularly on a heavy precious metal watch or a sports watch, it's nice to have the sure tight click of a bracelet that requires trigger release. And as ever, it features the iconic loop or horseshoe profile, so an update to a long-running classic, making it a little bit more practical. We have here a smaller version of the Tank Normale, but this proves that dynamite comes in small packages. Over 1,000 diamonds. Now, with over 1,000 gems, you might expect it to be a huge watch, and in fact, it's not really. It's just over 19 millimeters across and just over 35 millimeters lug to lug. This is considered to be a unisex model because if you're wearing this much, let's say, high-end gemology, you don't necessarily need a big case to make an impact. And you can see it is fully gem paved. That includes the bezel, that includes the case, that includes the entire bracelet. Now what we have here that's very special, in the Tank Louis Cartier collection, the large size, 28 millimeters across by about 38 lug to lug, just over 8 thick, but now in platinum. This is an exquisite piece that brings the boldest look in the Tank Louis Cartier collection, 2 larger wrists. Now flip it over, you better believe it's automatic. It is a automatic winding mechanical watch. So like many of these ultra thins, it does have a heartbeat. And again, this is going to be a MC 1899 with a 39-hour power reserve. And you can see the iconic cabochon crown. Each one of these is different. So while they all have the ruby cabochon to pair with a platinum watch, all of the cabochon and the crown profiles are structured differently. We're going to move into a smaller class of Tank Louis Cartier now. Now this is small, but what I need to remind you is that it's a very special type of setting. This is snow setting, so the closer you get, the more impressive it becomes. Diamonds of varying sizes, designed to look like the varying sizes of snowflake in a snowdrift, and thus snow setting, random sizing, but always beautiful. These have an unusual case sizing. You can see the small one's about 16.5 millimeters. The larger one is 22, and this is where we start talking about the different types of quartz movements available in this year's Cartier Novelties. The smallest case sizes feature a quartz with approximately a 3-year power reserve. But with the larger sized watches, we have high autonomy. And if we want to discuss the actual nomenclature here of these case sizes, this is mini, this is small. All right, now we talk about Santos Dumont. So all of these watches are going to be novelties in a familiar case size. What's new here is the combination of options. Here we have silver with gold. You can also see a lovely strap, and you can see the signature of the Brazilian pioneering aviator Alberto Santos Dumont. And at the time it was designed, Santos Dumont was flying dirigibles, airships, not fixed-wing aviation. So he needed something he could consult while 2 hands were on the controls, and thus the Santos was born. You can't reach into your pockets when you're flying an airship. Taking a look now in gold, same dimensions, only now we have this incredible fabric-like bracelet. It's got small links, and as you roll it through the fingers, it has a silken flexibility. The souplesse is incredible, and the heft it adds to this rather small watch is deeply impressive. So you can see once again, we do have the silver satin dial, and what's important is that if you wish, you can alternate between these 2 looks on the same watch. The next example is going to be a limited production piece, but it's limited by production capacity, not limited to a specific number. So in that regard, it's going to be like the Platinum Tank Americain. So here we have a beautiful obsidian stone dial, and we have that full bracelet. So this is a watch that gives you a punchy aesthetic, whereas I would say silver is a bit more maybe refined, maybe a little bit more, I would say, genteel. This, it's got a punchy look despite not being large. If you want heft in your watch, stone and gold full bracelet is the way to go. Now we take a look at the Santos Dumont Micro Rotor Skelette. Well, here we have only an abstraction of the aircraft, but then a visualization of the air being blown out by the propeller of the craft across the dial of the watch. So we have a beautiful gem setting inside and outside, including on the rotor, but we don't have a conventional Cartier Roman numeral dial, so this is a bit of a departure for them. When you turn it around, you can see the skeletonization continues. It is a micro rotor automatic winding with a 44-hour power reserve and an exquisite piece. It's the same size as the others, so about 31.9 across and approximately 43 lug to lug. Now what's important here, we're about to take a look at the Tortue. You're going to have 3 different versions. So we're going to start with yellow gold and a dial that's got a little bit of an off-white, almost eggshell texture to it. So the nice thing I want to emphasize about Tortue is that it's a monoblock case. So there's no separate bezel and mid-case. As a result, there's no seam between them, giving it an all-of-a-piece look, almost like sculpture or musculature, not so much watchmaking. As we move inboard, you can see there are actually 2 sizes here, just for quick reference. It's about 21 millimeters for the mini and about 26 for the small. This one has a unique textured dial. It's got that eggshell tone that complements the yellow gold nicely. We have a beaded profile inboard for reading the minutes, and then we have these rayon-style embossed strakes under the hour track, radiating out from the center with energy. It is a quartz watch, and you can see it is ultra thin, as all 3 of these examples are. But let's say you want something a little bit richer than the standard Tortue. Well, we go with gem setting and rose gold for maybe a more youthful modern look. What's interesting here is that not only is this also the monoblock case, set lugs, bezel, and crown, but we also have a timepiece that represents sort of a surti pattern, and that's true with the Mini as well. If you look in profile, you could see that the diamonds, they have this very serrated aesthetic as they run along the bezel, giving this very refined watch a very sharp aesthetic. The closer you get, you can see its force. It doesn't have to be big to make an impression. So those are the small and the Mini Tortue, all quartz. Now we're going to take a look at the Bangle. The Bangle is here represented by two, one of which is going to be a gem set dial in mini size, one of which is going to be standard small. But what's important to note is that this black lacquer dial of the Bangle will be a limited production piece, so not to a specific number made, but very limited in its availability, just like the Tank Américain or Deco. So you have your choice between gilded black lacquer or a snow setting of the dial. And what I want to emphasize with this snow set dial is that it is done by hand. At Cartier, that's how snow setting is executed. So this is a small watch. It has 100 diamonds on the dial, and they are all manually set. And again, this is going to be roughly a difference between 23 millimeters across for the standard small, and then for the Mini, approximately 19 millimeters across. We also have the Bangle. And the Bangle is a fascinating watch because it has a bracelet that is solid metal. Now there's a clever mechanism that allows it to release, and you'll probably wonder, how do you size this? Well, there are 3 different sizes with the Clou de Paris that you're about to see, and then if you get a gem set, there are 2 separate sizes. So if you're wondering how you fit it, you go with a different size. What's distinct here is that this year we do have the hobnail cut, sort of a pyramid, on every surface of the watch. So you'll find it along the case, you'll find it on the bracelet, you'll find it on the dial, and it is an extraordinarily matched set of Clou de Paris. It's a beautiful watch that makes a big impression because a lot of folks are going to see it and they could hold it, handle it, fumble with it for 5 minutes without figuring out how to open it. And that is the magic of the Bangle. Finally, we have the Panthère. This is only approximately a 23 millimeter case, but don't underestimate it because this watch in my hand, white gold with over 600 diamonds, includes an extraordinary amount of diamond setting. First, we have the diamond setting of the dial, which is entirely manual, and then the final process of beating the diamonds on the bracelet is done by hand. So you wind up with over 9 hours of gem setting on this watch. And once again, we have the high autonomy quartz and the 8 years of power reserve, so it is a long duration quartz. You can also see we have the iconic Panthère case, which is best described as a fairer and more compact version of the Santos, and then this one featuring a combination of rhodium on white gold, so it is exactly the same color as the gems, because white gold is not the color of diamonds. So you have your choice with diamond set watches, anywhere from a few dozen to a few hundred to 1,000. For 2026, Cartier has brought several exceptional pieces to its novelty collection, starting with the Santos Small with a burgundy varnish dial. Now here's the dimensions. It's 34.5 lug to lug and 27 across, but this watch in steel and gold is designed to hark back to the heyday of Cartier in the 80s. So if you are an older millennial or Gen X, this burgundy dial will be right up your alley. And it features the 8-year duration high autonomy quartz movement. Taking a look now at mechanical watchmaking, we have the extraordinary Cartier Privé collection led by the Tank Normale. Harking back to the 1934 Tank Normale, it has a flatter bezel and Brancard-style lugs. In platinum, it's compact at approximately 33 by 26 millimeters and thin at 6.9 millimeters thick. Now this is a mechanical winder for the purist, offering a 38-hour power reserve and ultra-thin caliber. In full platinum, it's not big, but in the hand, it packs a punch. This is some weighty business with the Tank Normale. We also have a tribute to Cartier's antiquity, but also the celebrated 1998 to 2008 CPCP, the Collection Privée Cartier Paris. We have here the Tortue monopoussoir from the Privé collection, this one in platinum, 43.7 lug to lug, 34.8 across, and nice and slim at about 10 millimeters thick. This timepiece featuring a tribute to the great manual wind column wheel caliber of the 90s, but now a Cartier manufacture caliber featuring column wheel action, a lateral clutch, and a 44-hour power reserve. By popular demand, the Tortue monopoussoir is back for 2026. It has been my great pleasure to present the Cartier Novelties at Watches and Wonders 2026.